Most large fires start as small fires. Most small fires could be detected before they break out and kill before they become killers themselves. With little effort, great tragedies could be prevented by the effective and inexpensive firefighting equipment available to every household. The best fire protection is prevention, and in case of a fire, early detection. Most fires develop in 4 stages. The first, or incipient stage, occurs when too much heat is building up in, say, an overloaded electrical wire. Invisible products of combustion are released. The second stage is the smoke stage. Very few persons who die in home fires are burned to death. They are killed by the odorless and deadly gases and by smoke inhalation. Third, the flame stage. Finally, the fourth, or high heat stage. The fire engulfs everything in its path. Most fatality fires occur between midnight and 6 in the morning, when most people are asleep. But smoke detectors never sleep. They are an early warning system, a most effective safety device. They detect the killer fumes while the fire is in the incipient or smoke stage. At this stage of the fire, there may be enough time to extinguish it yourself or to get safely out of the house. Numerous brands of smoke detectors are available. They operate on certain basic principles. The heart of this device is an ionization chamber. It is so sensitive that it registers the invisible particles produced during the first stage of a fire. This triggers a horn. This detector is built around a photoelectric cell. It sees the smoke and relays this presence to the sound system. Smoke detectors need power. Some are connected to the electricity of the home. Others are powered by batteries. The smoke detectors connected to the house current receive a continuous supply of power. They need very little servicing. On the other hand, an electrical fire or a short circuit may interrupt the supply of power and defeat the unit's purpose. The battery-operated smoke detector is independent of the house current. When the batteries begin to weaken, it sounds a distinctive warning. This means that the batteries have to be replaced. The maintenance of such a unit requires regular checking of the batteries, and most importantly, the replacement of the batteries with the type indicated by the manufacturer. There are now smoke detectors available which operate both on house current and batteries, combining the advantages of both systems. Some AC smoke detectors can activate a horn at a remote location, for example, a bedroom. This little receiver, which may be plugged into an outlet anywhere in the house, will sound the same horn alarm as does the smoke detector. An additional possibility of this system would be the turning on of a lamp. There are 14 million deaf or hard of hearing persons in the United States who could find some protection with such a visual signal. Flashing lights and strobe lights may also alert people with impaired hearing. The positioning of the smoke detector needs a great deal of thought. A member of the fire department will be glad to offer advice. The smoke detector should not be placed in or near the kitchen. Fumes from cooking may set off the alarm. Inasmuch as most fires break out while people are asleep, the detection device should be near the bedrooms. Instructions for smoke detector placements are included with all approved units. A smoke detector costs about as much as a clock radio. These safety devices have proven to be so valuable that their installation is required by law in many parts of the country. These small devices already have prevented countless tragedies and have saved many millions of dollars in property. Some fire safety devices are triggered by heat, not by smoke. The temperatures causing these alarms to go off range from 135 to 175 degrees. One important use for this unit is in the kitchen, where smoke detectors would not be practical. This self-contained unit is spring-operated, not dependent on batteries or house current. If the temperature rises to a dangerous stage, the fuse in this sensor melts and activates the alarm bell. These heat detectors are used in factories, offices, and residences. A number of the units are placed in various areas of a building and linked to a central alarm box. The horn of a smoke detector can serve as a signal. Heat detectors can offer protection to areas which are separated by some distance from the sleeping quarters. A heat sensor and smoke detector can be combined in one single unit. A detection device can buy the little time needed to get away from the fire. Everyone should have an escape plan to be prepared in the event of a fire, which door to use, which window to get out of. Hold fire drills so that everyone knows what to do in case of a real emergency. Bedrooms are often upstairs. Lightweight ladders may be lifesavers. Everyone in the household should practice on such a ladder. The key to fire safety: prevention plus early detection and prompt escape. This is a fire extinguisher. It takes many months to learn how to operate it. This too is a fire extinguisher. It takes just a few minutes to learn how to use it. But the time to learn about this equipment is before you need it. Right now, while you are watching this film, there are many fires burning all over the country. Fires kill and injure people and pets. They cause the loss of many millions of dollars every day. The tragedy is that most of the fires could have been prevented or prevented from spreading. And one way of preventing a small fire from becoming a large fire is the use of a portable fire extinguisher. There is one fire extinguisher well known to all of us: water. It's a good idea to keep a garden hose connected. Many small fires can be put out this way, but water doesn't help in all cases because there are 4 different classes of fires, which have to be fought with different classes of fire extinguishers. Many modern fire extinguishers, however, can be used for more than one type of fire. Most fires that occur are Class A fires. There is a possibility that you will be confronted with one. Most things around you can burn. The wood of your furniture and doors, materials made from plastics, upholstery, and there is always paper, books, magazines, newspapers, carpets, and curtains. An A fire can be stopped with water if it is available. Always aim at the base of the fire. A Class A fire extinguisher contains water. Various methods are used to create the water pressure so that a stream of water can be aimed at the fire from a safe distance. After it is extinguished, stir up the ashes and make sure no glowing embers remain. Be absolutely certain that the fire is completely out. A Class B fire is a completely different fire. It is caused by the misuse of flammable liquids, often by the most dangerous of them all, gasoline. There are many flammable liquids in your home, such as paint, paint thinners, and some insecticides. Practically everyone has had this experience, a grease fire. Class B fires cannot be killed with water. Water can make things worse. It may spread the fire. Class B fire extinguishers may use highly compressed carbon dioxide, which takes the air, oxygen, away from the fire. Other types of Class B extinguishers contain dry chemicals, which are expelled under pressure and smother the flames. This is a gasoline fire. Water does not extinguish the fire. In fact, water scatters it. This B fire extinguisher kills the gasoline fire immediately. Flammable liquid fires can break out in your garage. A Class B fire extinguisher should be handy. Gas and oil fires can occur in your car. It's a good idea to have a fire extinguisher available. If possible, it should not be put in the trunk. The lid may be stuck due to a collision. The fire extinguisher should be up front with the driver. Special brackets for mounting are often supplied with the unit. Class C fires are electrical fires. The cardinal rule, don't use water. You may be electrocuted. Electrical fires can occur in small household appliances. They may result from bad wiring. A frayed wire under this rug caused a small fire. Pouring water on it can be deadly, even though the fire is out. Water is a good conductor of electricity, and a deadly current can travel through the victim. A C fire extinguisher contains materials that cannot conduct electricity, carbon dioxide, or dry chemicals. They are therefore safe to use for electrical fires. D fires are quite rare. They involve combustible or flammable metals not found in the average home. These fires are better left to the experts, the firefighters. ABC extinguishers can be used on just about any fire that may break out in your home, car, or office. This classification of fires is now used all over the United States and Canada, and in many other countries. A fire extinguisher may prevent members of your family and your pets from being hurt or killed. It may save your home. All fire protection equipment for your home should show the Underwriters Laboratories or Factory Mutual labels. Mounting brackets are furnished with all home fire extinguishers. Learn how to use the fire extinguisher and make sure everyone old enough in your household knows what to do with it in case of a fire. Inspect it regularly. Most fire extinguishers have a dial that tells you if the unit has enough pressure. Some types of small fire extinguishers must be discarded after use. Weighing the fire extinguisher is another simple but not necessarily reliable test. If it is lighter than the weight indicated on the equipment, the fire extinguisher needs recharging. A home fire extinguisher operates only for a very short time. It has to be serviced and recharged after every use. The propellant may be spent after a few short bursts. Chemical powder may clog the valve. A competent service organization will keep your fire extinguisher prepared for emergencies. In some localities, these service companies and their personnel must be licensed by the fire marshal. Fire extinguishers, important as they are, have their limitations. They are intended for use only on small fires. If there is even the slightest possibility that you cannot handle the fire yourself, first, get everyone out of the building. Then, call the fire department. Use your own phone only if the fire is not between you and an exit. Don't ever hesitate to call your fire department if you suspect a fire. Firemen prefer to be called too soon rather than too late. Smoke detectors are your early warning systems. Fire extinguishers, your first aid. The cheapest fire and life insurance you can get.